Right, so it's Sunday afternoon here, and thought I'd better do a video update where I'm at with my machine since I've had it for a few months now. So I was just going to run through some basic stuff with the controller, and like I still haven't had any fluid leaks, which is fantastic. The only leaks I have is when I'm doing the wash down, so that's really cool. So I'll fire it up. It has been running today, but I did shut it down, so we'll just go through and just do some basic stuff. So once the controller fires up, it'll give you an error and an alarm, which is just the oil cooler. Just need to reset that. And we have it. And then restart up. Right, so we're away. So the basic controls, pretty straightforward down here. So up here is your program screen, and there's your going to NDI. So there's your program. The way that you load, or the way that I load a program, is with the wee USB. Take that over to my computer. Normally I have Fusion open. Load the file onto the wee memory stick. Stick it in. So then basically you need to be in auto, because that's the running function. And then it's load, and then where you're loading from. So I'm going over and loading USB, and I'm loading that first program, so load that, done, and now it'll run that program. There's a whole lot of other stuff, but I don't tend to get too tied up in it at the moment. But so we've got our program, and we've got our position screen, which gives you all of the positioning and features, gives you the motor loads, so forth. The offset is where you're setting your work coordinates, so you go into the offsets and then go to work, and there it is there. I still don't understand fully the local part here. I actually need to read up and see what that bit is, but that's not what we use, so we use G54. So setting your coordinates is pretty easy. So we're in G54, so we go to handle so that we can change a few things. So take that out, the Heimer in, and the hand wheel. So we're in handle, so hand wheel's going to work. So basically we want to set them, so it's, if we say we're sitting off the edge of that left hand vice, so there's our X. So it's basically, it's already highlighted X, so it's just a simple case of where it says measure, so measure it and then enter it, done, and that'll show 0 on the absolute. So then go down and do the same with the Y. Oh, go down a wee bit. So set the Y. So that's, we've highlighted the Y, so it's measure and enter. Enter. Shows 0. And then assuming you've already set your Heimer up or whatever you're using, which obviously have, is I'm going to do the Z height. So we do Z. The offset's already put into the machine for my Heimer offset height. So there we go down to Z, and it's just measure, and because that's tool 99, you go down to here and then go tool 99 and then enter. That's the offset of the Heimer, and that's it. So everything else, G55, 56, 57, whatever. So now that's set. So let's just go up from there. Take that out. And we'll stick that one back in. Right, so say we want to set that tool height. So it's basically, we go over to the custom. We want a tool set. So the target tool, it is actually 5, but we'll say, so it's 5, and then make sure you enter, and then go over and put the diameter, which is 6, enter. Don't have to put that, but it will compensate for a lot, for like bigger diameter. It'll offset half the diameter. So once that's done, and then it's just a matter of start. So you've got to make sure the top of it's really clean, because it's really sensitive to any dirt. It'll try 5, 6 times if it can't get it. See, that was 3, 4 times, but it will go to 6 before it times out. So now that tool is set. So if we want to do another tool, let's go back to program, and let's go to MDI. So let's go, say, well, we'll just go tool 3. So tool 3 M06, and then it's cycle start, and there she is. So that easy, really easy. So then it's the same thing back in if you want to do the tool set. So you set tool 3, 12mm, and then start. So the only other, there's not really a lot else, to be honest. It has to be in auto to run the program, and that's obviously for your hand wheel, MDI. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. When it first starts up, it defaults to 25%, which was something that I didn't understand or didn't get to start with. We sort of, the guys did a bit of tracking for me to. We came back to it starts in 10%. I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting the full rapid speed, and the rapids are set at 12,000 at the moment. Yeah, so it's got, you got to click it into the 100. So now that we're there, we can do the jog. So we'll do the y-axis. X. And Z. Pretty straightforward. So back to the handle, and that's the basic side of things. The system is where all of the parameters obviously are kept, so it gives you where your tool setter and your safety distances, longest, shortest tool, so forth and so on. You can go all through it. It's not something I need to really go into too much. And back to program. Yeah, and so that's basically about it. But yeah, I'm still stoked with the machine. It's been absolutely fantastic. As you can see, it move the beer. You know, I'm making stuff all the time, and it's pretty hard to keep up at this stage. So the machine's running predominantly most days, most of the day, and it's just been fantastic. I just love it. It's just a really good machine. Finish that I'm getting is extremely good, considering the cheap ass tooling that I'm using. But the guys at Triple Tree packaging up and sending over. I've just ordered a heap of tooling from them, so I'm quite keen to see how that goes. Yeah, so, and I'm still waiting. They are doing my 4th axis setup, because I've got my botched up 4th axis that actually does work, but it's can't wait to get the proper one running. But yeah, no, it all works. You know, it's a busy table, but that's how I set it up, and it works for me. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole lot.